What is up, everybody? Joe Everest, the fence expert. You know, since I was a kid, I loved coming to ball games. Baseball is my kind of sport. I grew up with it. But one thing I hadn't considered as a fence guy is all the different types of fence that go into making a baseball stadium tick. So we came to our local Major League Baseball affiliate baseball stadium, Hammons Field, right here in Springfield, Missouri. We've talked to a couple guys about what kind of fence is involved in keeping this baseball stadium going, and more importantly, keeping the fans safe. But before we get into that, the 3 best ways you can help support this channel are liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that notification bell. Top 3 ways to help the channel. Best part is, they're all free for you guys. With all that being said, let's get into it. This is Joe Everest, the fence expert. My family's been perfecting their way of building fence for over 60 years, 3 generations. While there's more than one way to build a fence, I'm here to share with you our way. All right, guys, so for the first in this series of videos, we're going to talk about the first type of fence that you would come in contact with when coming into a baseball stadium. And to do that, Aaron, who is the VP of Stadium Operations here at Hammons Field, has been gracious to walk us through it. Aaron, thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We've got stainless gates, 9 feet in height. We have 13 of them.
Okay.
And honestly, this is a good chance to remember that you don't get a second chance at a first impression.
Yeah.
Honestly, the stainless steel gates, railings that we have, it really does feel kind of like the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
You know, masonry's great, painted bridge work, ironwork great. But to have that shine and that luster of a stainless steel product, we feel very proud of, very lucky.
Absolutely. Well, and it looks great for an incredibly long time.
Best situation is it's not powder coated.
Yeah.
We don't have to sand it, prime it, and paint it every year.
Absolutely.
So it's awesome. We've literally done nothing. There's been maybe half a dozen times around a tack weld or something, we've seen a tiny bit of rust.
Mm-hmm.
We have an abrasive pad and a little WD-40 just as lubricant, and it's gone.
Interesting.
And that's it. We've never done anything. We're in year 17. And
these are 17-year-old gates.
Yeah, and they function beautiful.
No kidding. If you had made me guess how old these gates were, I would say they're probably maybe a couple years old.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of the key features of the gates.
Absolutely.
So now you said there's 13 gates. Is there some sort of formula that goes into figuring out how many gates you need here at the stadium?
Well, yeah, for fire code, you need so many ingress, egress points per 1,000 people. We're about double the standard expectation.
Oh, wow.
And so we don't necessarily open all 13.
Sure.
We staff about half of those.
Okay.
But the gate attendants have a key. If they're ever emergency, we could throw them all open if we needed to.
Excellent.
Storm or other. So,
yeah. So you have the ability to get everyone from inside the stadium, outside the stadium very quickly. Now, you made mention of the railing. It looks like the gates are actually made of the same type of stainless that we see in the railing elsewhere in the stadium.
Absolutely. We have over 5,700 linear feet of stainless steel railing.
Wow.
Up and down the steps to keep people from falling over short ledges, direct people where we need them to go, to define special use areas.
Okay.
We've got it all.
Let's do this. Let's go over to one of the short rails and have a closer look at it.
Yeah, perfect.
As Aaron, we didn't have to travel far. We're about 30 feet of where we were previously. We came to our first set of railing. So as you said, it's stainless railing.
Yeah.
It's in the same type that we saw in the gates.
Yeah.
But obviously it's a good deal shorter.
It is. Yeah, this section of railing helps us define a section for ADA seating.
Okay.
And then of course, just past it, we have a shorter railing with about a 4-foot drop. So we only had to go 26 inches there.
Okay.
But it helps us define special use areas.
Sure.
It also is a great place to lean on and watch the ball game.
Yeah, it's just at that right height. It's a good leaning height.
It is a good leaning height, and honestly, right here in the breezeway on hot nights, you'll find a lot of us that work here right in this area.
Yeah, this might be the best standing room that you have here at the stadium.
Absolutely.
We can feel that nice breeze coming through right now.
Yeah.
So you said there's over a mile of this stainless, whether we're talking about the hand railing up and down the aisles or the actual physical railing here. Over a mile of it. That's incredible.
And over a mile that we don't have to paint.
Yeah.
or sand or prime. I love it.
Well, you want to talk about maintenance free.
Yeah.
I mean, this is essentially the maintenance free product.
Absolutely.
Like you said, you could see some surface rust, some abrasion like that, but an abrasive pad and some WD-40 takes care of it.
And it very rarely, I mean, a handful of times ever.
Yeah. So it's 17 years old right now. I keep coming back to that because that blows me away. That, I mean, this looks almost as if it were installed last month.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's incredibly good looking.
Yeah.
So you said, now, how high are the outer, I guess, railings?
42.
42 inch.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So was the style, did you guys design the style, or was this a style that the manufacturer had designed?
This is a custom design for this job. When they were building the stadium, they put it out to bid. A local company came in and says, we really want to get into the stainless railing world.
Okay.
And we're going to do it basically at just barely above cost so that we can get all the equipment we need and kind of launch that part of our business.
Perfect. So it's really a win-win.
It was a win-win-win-win-win for us.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, you guys have obviously got tremendous use out of it.
Yeah, but this pattern is just, you know, if you look around, they styled Hammons Field after 4 or 5 other parks, kind of an amalgamation. They wanted it to feel classic like baseball. It didn't need to be modern. You know, they went out of their way to create kind of a sense of age and history with it. And so they just went with kind of a classic style. I've never seen anything quite like this anywhere else, but it feels like it fits here.
Well, you know, and in the fencing world, this seems like a really unique style too. I mean, it looks similar to some fencing we'd see from manufacturers, but it's just different enough to give it that custom feel.
Yeah, which is great until you need a little bit more of it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Then again, it's fully custom.
Yeah.
Very good. So, what is the anticipated lifespan of the product? Is there anticipated lifespan?
50 plus years.
No kidding. Okay.
I mean, we'll have more trouble keeping it into the concrete that's poured.
Yeah.
Than the rail itself.
Yeah, hydraulic cement will probably start. It'll start shrinking maybe and cracking.
Which we've already addressed. You cut them flat. You weld on feet, and then you just mount them with feet.
You just pad mount directly to it.
You know, it's just as sturdy, just as solid.
Well, and we see that a lot. You know, when we're doing commercial fencing inside like a warehouse.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone's gone to that. You know, you post mount or you plate the post, and then you mount that to the concrete.
Yeah. And it gives you a lot more flexibility. If you do have to move, change, it's not bad. Grinding off 4 wedge anchors is no big deal.
No, absolutely not.
So, but filling a hole is a little more deal.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a little bit more of a process, but ultimately, you know, I'm sure this railing was more expensive initially than some other ideas, but yeah, as we said in the beginning, the maintenance, the near zero maintenance cost, probably offset that right away.
Yeah, and it's just that little bit of bling. It, you know, as we age and some of the other surfaces aren't as perfect as they used to be, this is still shining.
Well, and that's the thing too, is you probably get different looks depending on what time of day and what time of year. Yeah. Just depending on where the sun is, how it's reflecting off of it.
Yep.
Very good. Well, Aaron, I appreciate your time and you being so giving of it. Guys, I think this is going to wrap up the first in a series of videos where we're talking about the different styles of fence you guys will come encounter with at a Major League Baseball stadium. All right, guys, so that concludes another video on what fence makes a baseball stadium tick. What did I miss? What haven't I covered yet? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Also, another reminder, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Those are 3 of the top ways you can help me support the channel, and it's totally free on your end. Until next time, I'm Joe Everest, the fence expert, reminding you that good fences make good neighbors. I'll see you at the ball game.